You know, we all, y'all can say you don't if you want someone to be excited about us and being with us, and being excited. Like, anyway. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, wife coach. We are reviewing Ready to Love, Potomac, episode decisions. I'm not sure. I'm late with everything. But before I get started, on Wednesday in the 5 o'clock hour, we will be going live and discussing the last two episodes. Everybody is welcome to join the live. Men and women. We will not be holding like this week is the men, this week is the women. This week it is a free-for-all, as well as for the reunion parts 1 and 2, because I think it's going to be 2 parts, and it looks like they may be a little messy, and it is a thing that we want to see. We want to know what happened behind the scenes. Anyway, let's just get started with this last and final episode of this season of Potomac. I'm hoping we're not going to get a Ready to Love next week, right after this is over, or whatever what I'm saying, because I need a break, y'all. Anyway, so they're having brunch. Tommy says for them to all meet up for brunch. Joy leaves in the next week. Like, it's a whole ass conversation that Clifton is having. She leaves for Mexico the next week, because, you know, she's got that 6-month stint that she does in Puerto Rico as a singer and entertainer. So Tommy walks in and he shares that Sabrina and Demetrius have eliminated themselves. I mean, Demetrius couldn't have stayed without her. What would have been the point? But as you can see, Carmen is like, there's no love lost for Sabrina. Evidently, we ain't the only ones that wasn't fans of Sabrina. Baby, I'm excited about the reunion so we can see this stuff being hashed out. Anyway, let me keep going. So he shares that at the 11th hour, ladies, you're going to introduce these fellas to your familia, your family, the people that love you, that know you, and that can give you some insight on the relationship that you have possibly budding. So the first people we see is Carmen, honey. We see Carmen introducing her mother and her father, okay? Madre y padre, a her, I don't know, como se dice, potential novio. And Dad was not playing any games with Donovan. Mom's sweet mother. You can see that Carmen looks like her mother, has her father's nose. Her mother is also a pastor, but her daddy did what daddies do. Don't play with my baby, okay? And as you can see, she was fully covered. It was a bodycon dress. She was fully covered, and her energy was different when she was with her parents. So I know y'all say that she exudes sex appeal all the time, but I see that she knows when to pull it back. Anyway, Donovan shows up with flowers for the mother. The mother is smiling. You know, you're getting brownie points, honey, 100 points. Dad said you better try and keep them, because he wasn't playing. He asked about his kids. Will Carmen be able to discipline your children? Okay? Because that's a whole ass thing when you think about blended families. How do you move forward in discipline? Can the new spouse say, sit your ass down? Okay, maybe not sit down. Sit down. You know, never sit your ass down. But you know what I'm saying. Can they have a word with your children without you being upset? You know, he was like, yeah, she can, but my children are well-mannered. Listen, our children are well-mannered for a certain period of time. All of our children need correction. Even the best children need correction in the home. Even if they don't see it, if it doesn't occur outside the home, around other people, inside your home, your children require your correction and your deposit. You can try and do it in love and kindness, but I'm not from that era. I saw a TikTok that was like, I'm a no limit parent and I got no limit soldier children. So I can't do all that gentle shit. I got to be like, yo, sit your ass down. Yo, calm down. Who you Like, I know what, like, because when I talk in a nice tone and I'm all like, I don't like how this is going. I don't like the things that you're saying. It's almost like they laugh in my face. So I got to do old school tactics, but also reinforce that I love them, right? It's a whole thing. Because when we were getting it in my era, they wasn't reinforcing that they love us. It was just, that was it. I have to reinforce that I love you, that I want you to have a mind of your own, but everything needs to be done respectfully, in love and kindness. But my kids, when it's time for discipline, require me and my masterpiece having ass. Like, anyway, that's not what we are talking about. So, he also, the dad asked, what happened in your old marriage? What happened? Why you not married no more? Because you was married, but why not? He said, I cheated. Honey, the daddy was like, so how I know you ain't finna cheat on my baby? How I know I have to come for you in the night like a thief, all stealthy since I'm from the military and get with you? How I know? Donovan was on the spot and was nervous because these are real parents that are not cushioning, softening any kind of blows. And he just was like, the first that's between, it's going to work out between me and Carmen. So the daddy asked you a question, and then he began to say, as long as we communicate and we're in a good space, we should not have those issues. The daddy was like, ain't that what it was with your wife? Your ex-wife, right? Like, I was here for the dad's line of questioning, and that sweet mother said, what is your relationship with God? Because for her, that is very important. He said, I'm a Catholic. She said, I didn't ask what religion you was. I asked you what your relationship with God was. Furthermore, she said, do you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Or is Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior? Do you believe he died on the cross for your sins? Baby, when I tell you she showed up as her pastor mom self, she did. He said, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And I do have a relationship with God. And I think a lot of us can attest to being spiritual and not religious. Religiosity, that's not the word, is it? Anyway, it's not the thing that we want. We have a center, we have a faith, we are spiritual, but I'm not finna, the politics between religion, this is me talking about me, I ain't finna do. Y'all can keep that. I don't want it. But the mama was smitten by Donovan, thought he was attractive, said he had good energy and an affectionate smile, which he does have a great smile. That was one of the first things that I noticed about him was his smile. When he left, the mom was like, oh yeah, I can see him for you. The dad was like, he got potential. The dad is still sitting on, homeboy cheated on his ex-wife. What makes you any different? He didn't say anything about looking into himself or, doing some self-healing or saying that that's something that he wants moving forward. That ain't what he said. So the dad is still looking sideways, but he cool. He got potential, but he cool. And listen, operating off of potential is a recipe for disaster. That potential mixed with that hope, seeing how great they are and just hoping that he's going to do better or she's going to do better or they're going to do better and wishing that potential shows up is a recipe for disaster, for you to break your own heart. I ain't got time for you and your potential. Show me. I ain't from Missouri, but definitely show me. I'm in a space where you need to be there. You need to be actively trying. Like, what are we doing? What's happening? And I'm not talking about like financially, because that's a whole different story, but I mean in their actions. No potential. Be actually doing the thing that we talked there. I don't know. Y'all, I'm doing this in between like working. So next we see Joy. She has her sister Tia meet Clifton. And listen, hello heart. I really hope the two of them work through it. They would be a genuine couple that we actually all liked and saw the connection from the beginning. She said, I finally have found love. Let me make sure I wrote that right. I made it to the end. I've found love. Child, and I know y'all probably thinking, how you gonna love somebody in a few weeks? Easily. easily, when you're open and you're vulnerable and you're having these long conversations, you can love someone and not be in love with them. And there's so many degrees to love. You know, when you first say you love someone, it is not as intense as it is when you get 5 years later, right? There are degrees to love, but my heart just swells with joy for her and adoration for their relationship, and I am really rooting for them to make it. Anyway, when the sister saw him, she said, "Listen, you're attractive." She thinks he's attractive. She all smiling in his face, honey. I'm all like, oh, okay. So, you know, if you like that kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? That voice was very much so, will pull you in when you got that great voice and then you look, you know, a certain way. I just think that for me, I don't really like nobody that's my color. So I got a bias on it, and I said that he was unattractive, but he's really not an unattractive man. The only flaw is his teeth, but my husband had a whole ass missing tooth when I married him, and baby, what did I do? Fixed it. His teeth looked as good as mine. So, I mean, I'm not as shallow as I seem, but I am, because I love you, and you're a reflection of me, and the fuck is we doing with your mouth? Oh shit, I cracked myself up. So when she talked to him, the sister, she asked him, well, what is it that you want? And he said togetherness is what he wants. And what does it look like is what she said. And I wasn't happy with the answer he provided. He just sat over next to her and was like this is what it looks like. Yeah, but what does it look like? What do you mean togetherness? Does that mean that you are operating in a unit, as a partnership? Does that mean that you will converse about, you know, all of the issues and work through them? Does that mean that you will eventually become a unit that lives in the same dwelling? Like, what does that mean, really, togetherness? I'm gonna ask y'all, what does togetherness actually mean to you? Because it's not that we have the same thoughts and ideas, but we can, okay, when you have things in common, but it's the being on the same page, going in the same direction with your goals and what you want for your relationship. Like, for me, para me, that's what it looks like. But what about you? What does togetherness look like for you? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. I told y'all I was working. And then come to find out, she got OCD on all her t-shirts, and there's a lot of them color matched and coded in the right place, and he can help her because they got the same issue, okay? I ain't got OCD, and I don't think anything's wrong with it. I actually wouldn't mind being with someone who does have OCD, at least when I wanted to live in the same dwelling with someone. Because I don't have OCD. I mean, I can get it. I'm a Virgo. I can be super neat, super organized. But most of the time, in the space that I'm in now, I just do what the fuck I want. I want to wash dishes, I wash the dishes. I don't. I want to make up my bed, I do. Like, the whole living by myself thing is, well, of course I got that kid, right, is everything. I don't have to accommodate anyone else in my space except for my children, but he is accommodating me because he is in my space. Like, oh, y'all, I know I sound crazy or whatever, but live a little longer. You're going to understand what I'm talking about. So when he leaves, actually, I lie. They talk about the distance. And, he says that it's an issue. But when he leaves is when it gets real. And the sister says, I like him. You guys look great together. But I do have a concern. And it's the distance. And, she's like, we're going to work through it, blah, 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 blah. But she asked her, what scares you about this relationship? When she started crying, oh, my little tears, because you knew that she likes him, loves him, actually. What scares me is that this is real, bitch. Excuse my language, But it is a scary feeling to go into something that you know feels real, feels right, feels good, for fear of something being wrong, the things that you've experienced in your previous life. That real feeling, I know for me, can be scary, right? And in those kind of spaces for me is the one place that I need reassurance. Cause loving, like, listen, I felt that in my spirit, cause I know what that feels like. I know what that looks like. And I felt it in my spirit. Y'all saw me get ready to cry because I felt it. I was like, yes, Joy, I get it. It scares me anyway. But I not to the point where I'm not going to just go ahead and move forward. But it's y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me know down below in the comments. So then we see Carmen, who introduces Paul to her mom and her brother, and I'm all, ¿por qué? Why? Why are we even going through these motions when you know you don't fucking like him like that? Ooh, that was a hard one. But I said what I said. You know that you do not like him in that manner. You feel like he's cool, like he's good people, like you can enjoy his company, but you don't want to move forward with him in the manner that he wants to move forward. She did preface, primp her family, new and budding, like we just started dating. Like, I want y'all to understand that. I was like, low-key, her mom looks super young. Low-key, her mom looks almost as young as she does. Maybe only 10 years, maybe older. You know what I'm saying? Like, which means that though Dakia looks old now, or older now, I don't know. As she gets older, she won't change, so she'll look exactly the same. There's this girl I went to high school with. They looked old, like she was in her 30s when we were like 17. When I tell you we are in our 40s now, I'm 45, I think she's 46, 47. She might have just turned 47. She still looks the same. So she looks about 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, she looks like she has not aged at all. So that's a whole ass thing while we out here talking about how she looks old and shit, right? Anyway, the thing that I heard a lot of was, okay, you want kids? He got 2 that's 27. It's a no. But the brother hitting with, you're old. That I found hella funny. Like, they didn't hold anything back in. They asked about his credit score. And he asked a question about if it doesn't work out, does she stay long? In unison, they were like, no. So she knows how to navigate and lead. Clifton was someone she wanted to be with and continue with, but she knows how to move herself out of that space, right? Seeing them together still is probably still a sting, but once this is over, she'll be able to be like, okay, it's fine. She shared with them that he has potential, but is that enough? No! Y'all heard what I just said about potential. It's not enough. It's not enough. Potential, if that's what you're feeling now, it is not enough. I'm talking to y'all right now. If you feel like he has potential, it's not enough. Do me a favor and just, before you get serious, just continue to like date them and see who they are. Don't get serious, because if they only have potential right now, you need to see if that potential is more. I'm not saying you don't need to talk to them and don't deal with them. I'm just saying don't get all caught up in that, in those moments. Anyway, so Joy and Clifton are at dinner because she wants to have a conversation about, how they're going to move forward with her going to Mexico, etc., etc., etc. And the man said, every time I see you, I get goosebumps on the back of my neck. Now, listen, I am a realist, but definitely a hopeless romantic when it comes to other people's lives. My Virgo will not let me be this la-la land with my own life. My Virgo pulls me back in and tells me, ho, get your whole life together. Like, what are we doing? You cannot live in this, like, fairy tale place that you see in movies and on TVs. But watching this feels good. she feels like Christmas, like waking up in the morning and it's Christmas and goosebumps on the back of my neck and I'm excited to see you. Like, who doesn't want that? Like, we all would be lying if we would say that we didn't want someone to say, every time I see you, I get goosebumps. Or, you know, I just enjoy your company and being around you. Like, who gonna say that they don't like that? If you don't like it, let me know down below in the comments. Even if you do like it, let me know down below in the comments, because it's a whole ass thing for me. Okay, wait, how did I get to this space? Where we at? Okay. He did express that he felt anxiety about her leaving, and she expressed it. He said, even just in the vignette, he just said, even when she just leaves from dinner, I get anxiety because I want to be with her. Like, if that's not the sweetest thing, okay? Like, they have really connected in a way that no one else on this show that we've physically seen has connected. Yes, Mario and Reva did connect after, but we didn't get to see that on screen, on camera. We saw it. We're seeing it and witnessing it with Clifton and Joy, and really want it to continue this way. Really wants, and is hopeful that this is really for real and not none of this other shit that we didn't see. Like when we saw Jason and Liz, we all was like, what? Even with Aisha and Dante, we was like, what? Even with Tandy and Mario, we was like, what? Like, I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head, but what? But with them, we're like, yeah, I see it. Yeah, this looks good. It feels good. It feels right. It is jumping off of the screen. When I watch them sitting together, okay, Adventure Bay sent me a TikTok. I've seen the TikTok before, but it just reminded me of the importance that how aligned you need to be when you're talking, when people are talking to you about how they feel and their emotions and wanting to be with you. Their body language was aligned with the words that were coming out of their mouth. The way that they were in tune with one another. It was, I want you, I choose you, I want to be with you, this is hard, but we're going to make it. Now, of course, those weren't the words, but that was what the body language said. And this is a genuine conversation and connection that they have. In addition, she was like, I can't wait to have sex with you. Honey, that was for us and for him, okay? First off, us to know that they ain't did nothing. Secondly, for him to know, but either way, for him to know, oh, you're going to get this cookie. You're going to get all of this cookie, okay? And I know some of you guys are like, oh, he got a 3-year-old. Well, she going to probably have a baby. If she wants one, right? That means he's still having children. That means that they're not that far off. Like, that whole 3-year-old thing is a problem for a lot of us. She don't mind. She probably don't even want no kids. She's an entertainer, a singer, wants her body to look as good as it does now, later. Oh, she said, you're going to have to send me off, right? Yes, baby. He said, I got a surprise for you. What's the surprise? You're going to have to see. You can't stroke it. The daddy long stroke. Anyway. So now we're at the point where we're choosing and we're meeting up and the person should be there, etc., etc. So let's talk about Dakia and Paul first, because I didn't really write no notes on them. Ultimately, they both, chose themselves. Choosing yourself is important anyway to me. I need to choose me every day before I choose anybody else. And they may, like I know, it made sense. Y'all didn't connect until the end, and it would seem like something, fictitious, something fake, something just for TV if they had chosen one another. So I think that was the best choice. I really wish, though, that in all these instances, they would have said the things that they liked about each other. Right? I think you're a great woman. I think that these people missed out on you. When Paul said that, though, I thought, so did you, Paul? You talking about she was your first person? We never saw you go on a date with her. So she couldn't have been that high up on your totem pole. Like, you see her now, though. You see her for who she is. You see that she is constant. she is consistent in her being, in her person, in her personality. Because I don't know if it was from the moment you saw her, the moment I met you. That ain't how the song go. But it wasn't that. But like I was saying, I think it's important that we all choose ourselves first. Okay? I'm not any good for anybody else if I don't have that self-love and confidence and security for myself. I'm no good. I'm literally, whenever I even get a little doubt about myself and I need to fill myself up, I'm not good for the relationships that I have currently going. I have to go and recharge and fill myself up with the love I know I deserve from me. And knowing what love I deserve from me lets it be known that it's expected from the people that I date. Anyway, so they both choose themselves. Then we see Donovan and Carmen. Carmen got on her little Fashion Nova dress. Everybody, first, let's back up. Everybody still has on the same kind of clothes that they've had on all season long. I like it when they dress up. I like it when they get fancy. And Dakia right now has on this cute little Fashion Nova dress that I have had my eye on forever. And it's too big for her. She needed a different size. She would have been better off with a maxi dress or something, child, because this ain't doing nothing but swallowing her. But I like the dress. I've been looking at the dress. Maybe she didn't get it from Fashion Nova, but I seen it on Fashion Nova. And Donovan got on his regular clothes. He got his flowers, and he pretty much chooses her. Says some really quick, nice things about her, and then she repeats that he's sexy, and he makes her smile, and he makes her laugh. Is that it? Y'all don't have good conversation? You don't get goosebumps? Like, now I'm all like, in comparison, even though each relationship is different and it reads differently. But the nicest gesture was an open-ended ticket to wherever they wanted to go. Now, is that a real ticket? Is it a real ticket? I know that that's his passport, but is it a real ticket? What does Donovan do? I done forgot. Like, I've been ready for this to be over and I done forgot. But then it's the couple that we knew were going to make it, which is Joy and Clifton. Again, they look very regular. I mean, they do. They look very, very like I'm just going on a date, which is fine, I suppose. But I guess I've gotten spoiled by the people getting dressed up and being all super fancy and shit from the previous season. So that's on me. But, he says, I choose you. Yes or no? Do you choose me? Yes or no? Adorable. If you don't, then I will work for food. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought that, it's endearing. I thought that, we knew that they were going to say yes to one another. But I'm excited to see how they operate in this reunion coming up. We knew they would choose each other. There wasn't anything that they hadn't said and expressed. He did say, in a sense, I love you. You said the word love. They have a shared love for one another. It's a new love. It's a puppy love. But it is what it is. Okay. Now I'm going to ask y'all this though. Cause if you side eyeing like how they love each other already, you ain't never been smitten by someone and had them endorphins flowing that made you feel like ever, not even in your youth. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. I mean, it's coming off the screen, whatever they have, and I hope it's successful. So just let me know down below in the comments what you think about this finale episode. Are you excited about the reunion shows? I am. I might just do the reunion shows as lives. I got to figure out that anyway. Thank you for watching my review of the finale of Ready to Love Potomac, and it's really season 6. If it's your first time visiting my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and become a ray of sunshine. I may be taking a little bit of a break just to recharge and get myself back on schedule and find the passion for these reviews again. So don't worry though, still subscribe, still hit the notification button so it can be like, oh, she's back, okay? Haven't decided how long, might be a week, might be 2 weeks, it might not be at all. We'll just see. I said that already. Go ahead and share this video with your friends and your family so that they can come and kiki with us, so that they can join us tomorrow on the live. What else do I normally say? Hit the like button because you like me. Hit the like button and then I'll know that it's real. Know that I love you in real life and want every good thing that God has in store for you, even when you don't know what that is for yourself. But it's time to figure it out. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next review.